kind of fun and silly. And this is a kind of creative writing that a lot of you haven't tried before. So we're going to use our creative writing skills to judge movies, which is hopefully going to be really fun and easy. So let me go over the instructions really quick. But you're going to pretend that this is literally your job, because guess what? This is a real job that exists in real life. Dexter Focus Bud, you could literally get paid for reviewing movies. So we're going to use our creative writing skills for that. So you're going to pretend that it's your job to use your impressive creative writing skills to get people to watch the best movies but stay far away from the worst movies. So you're going to be doing 2 movie reviews, because you're going to do one, a positive review for one that you love, and a negative review for one that you hate. So each review needs to be about 8 sentences. So you're doing 2, which means how many sentences total, everybody?
16.
Good, 16, yeah. So I want you to play around and have fun with the format, which I'll show you examples in just a second. You're going to have a fun rating system. It could be just as simple as thumbs up and thumbs down, but if you want to get weird with it, like if you're like, I'm giving this movie 2 out of 10 clown emojis, or this movie gets, like, you can do something simple like stars, right? Like, this is a 3-star movie, but it can be something silly, like this gets 8 out of 10 rubber ducks, right? So have a rating system that you include. Do include a picture or 2, but just get it from Google, so that's really easy. And your reviews can't just look like 2 boring paragraphs. That's going to be a little part of your grade. I'm not going to be evil about that, but try and spice it up a little bit. Make it look a little exciting. I'll show you a good example here. So I'm also going to grade you just a little bit on that, of making it look a little pizzazzy, right? Just add a little sparkle to it. It does, like, you'd be surprised. I've had kids try and do this assignment about movies they haven't seen, which makes it so much harder. Pick something you've actually seen, I've never let classes do this I've never let classes do this assignment with a partner, but you guys just have earned that privilege. So, you can work with a partner, but then it is a little bit harder to pick a movie that you've both actually seen and like. So just something to think about. So if you give me a summary of the movie, you'll get most of your points taken away, because that's not what this is about. This is about me convincing you, like, you have to see this, and I'm going to tell you why it's so great, or why it's so bad. You're not summarizing. That's not the point of this one. So, it's also not a spoiler article. You don't really need to talk about what happens in the movie. You're saying why it's so good or why it's so bad. Kind of think of yourself almost like a salesperson. Like, I'm selling you on my idea. Here's why you've got to. Yeah, it's almost like an advertisement a little bit, yeah. So, we're almost done, guys. Stick with me. Some kids get stuck trying to pick their movie, so you can get creative with that. Number 1, if you can't think of a movie that you really love or really hate, it could be a TV show instead. You could even do a YouTube channel. It could even be a video game. I will allow all of those things for this purpose, because it's the same skill, right? No matter what you're reviewing. So if you're really stuck on movies, that is okay. Another thing that kids don't realize, a lot of times in creative writing, we're just making it up. So I don't even have to actually really love the movie or actually really hate it. I could pretend. It's actually really fun to pretend like you hate it. Like it's the worst thing ever, even if you don't really feel that way. So you can pretend like you love it or hate it. So let's look at a bad example. I'm not going to tell you why it's bad. We're going to watch like 20 seconds of this. But this kid is talking about Frozen. Everyone's seen Frozen, right? But this is not what you're going to do, because this is the wrong way to do a movie review.
Hi, my name is Ash Williams and welcome to the Kid Reviews. Today I'm going to talk about Frozen. Well, there are 2 little girls. One has magic, one does not. Elsa is the one with the powers. She shoots her ice power accidentally at her little sister. When they grow up, their mom and dad die. Elsa becomes queen. There's a party.
Does someone want to take a guess why this is a bad movie review? What makes it so horrible? They're just summarizing. They're not selling us on why we have to go see it or should not see it. So let me show you a good example. This is one from one of my former students. So number 1, we've got some excitement. They tried to make it look cool. We've got their rating system. They followed the instructions I love this one, that there's their picture, their actual review is 8 sentences, and they did a good job really, really making it like hyperbole, exaggeration. This is so good. You have to see this one. And they gave a bunch of reasons for why. And then the same exact thing, but for a movie you hate or have fun pretending that you hate it. Their system, their picture, their 8 sentences, their reasons why. And they did extra. This wasn't required to have this extra slide, but just like always, any extra effort you put into something, I will give you extra coins for. So that's a good student example. They definitely got full points and then some. So the last thing, because I'm about to set you loose, this one gets graded with a rubric, which means when I'm grading it, I literally just click the box. And so your goal is to get this 8-point box. It's awesome. It's 8 sentences. It's not a summary. You were really persuasive. It's entertaining to read. It makes the reader want to see the movie like their life depends on it. Includes pictures and a rating system, and the writer obviously tried to make the format interesting. And then I click that box, hopefully, and I click this box. A lot of kids don't do this one, though, so they get 0, because you have to give me one you love and one you hate, and it's all the exact same stuff, except it says, instead of it makes you want to see like your life depends on it, it makes the reader want to avoid the movie like the plague. So that being said, the assignment is linked right here, and it's just a blank slate. It brings you to a Google Slides, and it's a blank slate. So you can do it with a partner or by yourself if you want. You have 40 minutes. Have fun with it, guys. Does anyone have any last questions?